Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. So for today's video, I'm doing a little first impressions with the Goddess palette from Alter Ego. They reached out to me and kindly wanted to send this my way, and I said sure. I didn't know if or when I'd be able to film with it just because this month has been really busy with different videos that I wanted to get up, but I posted about it on my Instagram stories, and a lot of you were very interested in a first impressions with this palette. This is what the color story looks like. It's supposed to basically be like the dupe for the Natasha Denona gold palette. I mean, looking at this in person, it's really pretty. Some of these shimmers look to die for. Obviously, if you take away like this blue and that blue, it's just a golden neutral palette. But you know what? I'm really excited to play with it regardless. This shade really calls to me. I like this grungy brown. I actually really like this tone as well. I like these shimmery yellowy golds. I think it's really pretty and I'm excited to play with it. And honestly, a lot of you guys would like me to do more neutral looks, which it's not going to be a regular thing, but for this video, maybe this will help appease that need of me. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm saying. I've never tried anything from this brand. I'm ready to dive in. I don't know what we're going to create. That's how my first impressions go. I'm just going to create a look. I have a feeling it's going to be very glitzy and pretty, but we will see. Maybe I can make it grungy. I don't know what I feel like doing today. We'll just kind of see how it goes. I'm going to prime my eyes and zoom you in and we'll get started. So I went ahead and primed my eye with my Sigma eyeshadow base in Ignite, and I'm not setting it because I don't do that. So let's move on to the look now. I'm gonna dip first into Athena because that is a lovely grungy brown and it's my favorite thing ever. I'm just taking that on a Morphe M513. I don't particularly love or hate this brush. It's just a brush to me. And I'm just going to start working that in the crease, blending it out all the way from inner to outer corner. And I'm probably gonna wing it out a tad bit in the outer corner because that's what I like to do. I think I might save the blue for the lower lash line because I really want to give those blues a moment. So I think that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna keep the crease pretty neutral, which is very odd for me. So far everything is blending out really nice. I'm going to deepen up the crease a little bit with Avalon, which is just that darker brown color. And this is just a dual-ended Urban Decay brush, and I'm pretty much only using this because I wanted to use the pencil brush side later. And that way I don't have to dirty two brushes, I only have to dirty one. Just gonna start focusing it in that outer corner and then through the rest of my crease. And then I'm gonna take that brush that I used first with no additional product just to start buffing those together. It's so weird working with browns like this. I never ever do this anymore. I'm going to take my beauty sponge now and pounce over this outer edge to help it blend in even more. Now I'm just kind of wiping this brush off, and I'm going to dip into, I think I'm going to dip into Iris, a little bit more of a lighter neutral color, just to buff right at the tippy top of everything, just to help make an even more smooth blend, especially in this outer corner, just because there's a lot of dark right here. I want to make sure it buffs out nice and soft. I'm already ready to start working on the lower lash line because I want to play with those blues, so I'm going to take a break from the upper area and work on the lower. I'm going to take, I think this is Gaia, and I'm just going to take the pencil brush side of that Urban Decay brush, and I'm just going to start popping that underneath. Ooh, that's a pretty shade. I'm just going to take that brush that I was using for the upper area with no additional product just to help start buffing and blending that out. These all seem to blend out really easy. I'm not really having trouble, which I thought I might just because I'm not used to using browns anymore, so I thought maybe I would struggle for that reason. I'm taking Artemis now, which is that shimmery blue, and I'm going to start popping that more so in the front portion. Oh, it's so sparkly, holy cow. As I have less product, I'm just slowly working it down a bit, but I don't really want it to go more than halfway in. Oh, that's so pretty. It looks like I'm just crying crystals. It's so cute. Just gonna take just a teeny bit of that darker brown that I used earlier just to kind of smudge right in this outer portion, just so that everything can connect nicely. And then just work on blending this outer corner even more. And I did wipe the brush off again so that there wasn't residual blue on the brush. I'm taking just a little bit more of Iris, that lighter neutral brown, the third one that I used, just to start buffing this even more. Just stamping over now with my beauty sponge once more. I think this is looking pretty much how I liked it. I wanted it to be a pretty exaggerated winged out shape in the outer corner. And I think that looks really pretty. Now I want to play with some of these shimmers on my lid. I'm really intrigued by Valkyrie, but I'm also really intrigued by Cassandra. So I think I'm going to kind of use both. And I think I'm going to do my faux cut creasy thing where I take a flat brush and I just make a cut crease without actually using concealer because I don't feel like using concealer today. And I am going to, of course, use my NYX glitter primer because I use it with every shimmer. That does not change. I think this brush is from OMFG Cosmetics. It's very big, like it's ridiculously long, but I mean, it works pretty well. So I'm going to just stamp some of that NYX glitter primer all across the lid. I just used a small dot of it. And I'm going to kind of go ahead and preemptively etch out with the glitter glue where I'm going to place the shades. I don't know how much of a difference that makes. I just want to make sure it's really crisp. And I'm going to start with Cassandra because I think that's the lighter of the two, just judging by how it looks in the pan. Just going to dip my brush right in it. Wow, that's pretty. It has like a pink shift to it. Whoa. Holy cow. I don't know if the camera's going to pick up how pretty that is, truly. That is such a unique shade and it's so sparkly. Well, really now I'm happy about the palette just for these shimmers alone. I mean, the mattes are great so far, but these shimmers are astounding. I love when shimmers are borderline chunky like this, like they're just so glittery. But they're not pressed glitters either, which I like. I do not like pressed glitters very much. Oh, and it's so smooth feeling. Okay, so I kind of took that all the way across to the top, but I put heavier focus down here. I like to do kind of that diagonal shape. I'm going to take just a tiny bit more of the glitter primer so that my brush can stay nice and sticky. But I'm doing it on the opposite side of the brush so that they don't interfere. So I'm taking the other side of that brush, popping a little more glitter glue just down here. I'm gonna dip into Valkyrie, which is that shade in the middle. Ooh, that looks very lovely. And we're just going to pop that towards the bottom. I mean, this one's pretty too, but Cassandra knocks it out of the park. For sure. I'm just gonna go back in with a little more Cassandra just to dust over this area and just kind of flipping back over so that it flows. Really, you do not need two shades on your lid like this that are that similar. It's very extra. I just wanted to use both shades. It's a first impressions. I like to use a lot of colors. And now I'm just taking that brush that I used with the darker brown just to smudge. I don't have any additional product on this brush. I just want it to flow from the shimmers into the outer corner nicely. Oh, I'm so happy with this, honestly. This is not my normal vibe, but this is really pretty. I like how glittery it is. I want to like shine my flashlight on my face. Oh, wow. Can you guys see that? It is sparkling like 1,000 suns. I'm so content. And now for my inner corner, I think I want to take Freya. That seems like a pretty solid inner corner shade. I'm not going to place glitter glue first because I like the inner corner to be more dispersed. We will kind of see what happens. Is anything going to happen? Oh, there it goes. You just have to, I guess, build it up. But this shade also might be a little more sheer. It's not like I've swatched it or anything. Oh, that builds up gorgeously. And honestly, that's my favorite kind of inner corner highlight. Oh my gosh, that's so bright. Looking in the viewfinder, holy cow. All right, I see you, alter ego, I see you. So I guess now all that's left to do is throw an eye pencil in my waterline and finish this look up. What do I want in my waterline though? I think I'm gonna go with my NYX Faux Blacks in Midnight. It's like a really dark blue. Or maybe I want Totally Teal from LA Girl. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Totally Teal. That's gonna flow a lot better. I'm gonna put this in my waterline. Quite content with what this is looking like, so I'm gonna do it on the other eye now, throw on my lashes, something on my lips, and we will finish this up. This is the final look. What do you think? I actually really love it. I know it's not like totally neutral anymore. I kind of like cross that line a little bit, but it's very much more neutral than I normally go for, but I absolutely love it. I love this blue lower lash line. I love this blue shimmer shade so much, especially right next to kind of my tear duct. I think it's so pretty. I love these golds across my lid. It's really pretty and I'm feeling really good about it. The performance of the shadows was really nice. I didn't really have issues with anything. I think it's a pretty solid palette. I looked up the price because I was curious because obviously I didn't pay for it, so I didn't really know what it cost. This is only $16, which is like the price of a Colourpop palette, and you get quite a bit of shades. Not saying you need to run out and buy it because like I said, I've just barely started using it. I'm never gonna try to make you feel like you absolutely have to have something, but if you've been lusting after that Natasha Denona palette but you didn't want to spend the money, this could be an option. Stay tuned, I will do a 3-Looks-1 palette eventually whenever you guys decide you want it, basically. But I mean, so far the performance was really nice. I didn't have any issues. I can't imagine any of the shades that I didn't use would behave poorly just because I feel like I used kind of the ones that potentially would have been bad. Like, I mean, I used a couple of the gold shimmers. I can't imagine the other ones would be bad. I used both the blues. I used the darkest brown. I used like a couple other of the mattes. Everything seemed pretty solid. I only haven't used 2 of the mattes and I'm sure they would be fine. But like I said, this isn't a review, it's just a first impressions, but my first impressions are very good. Alter Ego, thank you so much for sending this my way. I had fun playing with it and I look forward to playing with it again in a 3-Looks-1 palette in the future. Maybe I could even do like a palette bingo with my neutral palettes. I don't have very many neutral palettes, but maybe what I consider neutral palettes in my collection, I could pull together kind of a palette bingo or something. We'll see. That doesn't sound like top of my priority list because I'm not a neutral kind of girl, but I do love this look. I would be happy to play with it again. All right. Also, my lashes are those Rouge and Rogue Miss Fury lashes. They're not dead. I do need to buy a new pair though to replace them when they do die. And on my lips, I recently used one of the Hola Neon liquid lipsticks in one of my recent videos. Hola Neon sent me 2 of them and I'm using the other one today. This one is called Boom. Can we talk about how pretty this color is? I think it's really cool. I actually don't know if I have a color quite like this. It's a very brown-based brick red, but it's not too red. It's very much brown. I don't know, I really like it on my mouth. I'm going to reach for that again for sure. And I'm really liking the formula of these, by the way. They last pretty well, they're pretty comfortable. Not trying to sell you on them or anything, I just thought you should know. All right, I guess that's it. Thanks for tuning into this first impressions video. I will actually have a lot of first impressions coming up very soon because, I mean, I just did that Juicy Olive one that I got gifted. I did this one. I'm getting another gift from a friend. Excuse me, cars, this is a very rude time to drive by. I'll have the Jeffree Star palettes coming. I think that might be it though. But that's a lot of first impressions in a row, so just stay tuned for that. I'm excited. If you enjoyed this, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's beautbean. Follow me there. I post every single day, and don't forget to subscribe here before you leave. I post at least 5 days a week, but let's be real, it's usually 6 or 7 days a week. Really, it's usually 7 days a week. I've been posting every day, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Fingers crossed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.